welcome back to WGN for today. We're going to be doing Xbox and PlayStation like we always do for Monday, but if you're a Nintendo fan, you can check out our WGN episode for Wednesday for Nintendo. Guys, let's get started with this episode. First thing I want to ask you guys to do is to smack that like button and subscribe button. But let's get started. Now, the first thing I want to do is that Sega is going to be closing down one of their companies in Australia. Unfortunately, this is true. It actually came from Sega, but this is just one thing which, if you live in Australia, you're not going to like. For our next thing which we want to do is that GTA 5 finally has their box art. The box art is just basically looks like it always does. Has dogs on it, has some animals, and it has vehicles. It looks really nice, guys, and let's move into our next story. Black Ops is going to be getting a massive DLC. The new DLC is going to have 4 new multiplayer maps, and the name of this multiplayer map has a whole load of stuff, which I actually really don't want to say. Check down the link in the description box to actually check out what they're called. But 4 new ones, and the new DLC happens to be called Uprising. Very cool that they're actually doing this, but there is one unfortunate spot about this particular this DLC. Right now, if you guys are thinking it right now, you guys are right. Xbox is getting this first, guys. You can pick this particular one up for the Xbox first on April 16th for 1,200 Microsoft points. You also have a trailer of which you guys have just been currently watching, and you guys can actually see that the cool things about this particular maps and stuff. Unfortunately, like I said, it's only for the Xbox right now. So, where could this cable be leading? Could it be leading to a computer, or could it be leading into something a little bit more? Microsoft has said that this cable could be leading into your Xbox unit. Now, this doesn't seem bad, does it? Oh, imagine that this cable always had to be plugged and always on. Apparently, a source from Microsoft said, later we found out it wasn't a source, said that these cables always have to be on your Xbox system. Unfortunately, this means that your Xbox would have to have an online, always-on internet connection for certain stuff. Now, the biggest thing probably could be a benefit or not a benefit, if you're depending which way you look at this. Basically, it could be that the new Xbox can't have pirated games. Now, being that always being plugged in, this would make it a lot harder. Now, on Microsoft's side, this is a benefit. If you're a pirater, maybe not. Now, that's pretty much all I can see, because if you buy a new Xbox, what could this mean? If you don't have internet at home, and most of us actually do have internet, it doesn't seem like a big problem, but there's a few people out, especially in Canada, that don't have internet connection that do have an Xbox. Would this make sense to do this, Microsoft? It wouldn't. But Microsoft really came back and said that this is not true, not 100% true. They denied it from the furthest part pretty much on the second day of when this rumor was made. They said that the person who did this was not a Microsoft, let's say a Microsoft person that takes care of this. He wasn't even close to it. It was just some random stranger that was a part of Twitter which said this, which made everyone start to think. This is what they said. Now, no confirm, like they confirmed it's not true, but in the back of my mind, I think it is more true. But Game Informer decided to ask you guys, especially on their own website, you guys can go there and take a look at this. But basically, this is what the page looked like. They took a video, they took a question response, and basically what they got is that 81% of the people would not like to have this feature. They would not buy this console if it had this. Now, Microsoft is pretty loyal to their customers, and knowing that they probably will see this will make them more think that they're not going to do this. They're not going to want to do this. They're going to lose at least, to what that says, at least 20, maybe 80% of their people. I know that's kind of a lot, but still, that's kind of big. Now, PlayStation has said something which you guys know they're going to be saying this for the longest time, and Xbox is going to say it, Nintendo's going to say it, everyone's probably said it. But they say that their console is going to be the most powerful systems out there. It's going to be more powerful than a PC, more powerful than Xbox 720, if that's what we're still calling it. They say it's going to be a madhouse computer system. It's going to be pretty much anything that goes up against it, and I'm going to do a little experiment that this is probably not going to be the case. I think they're just saying this. I think the Xbox PlayStation is going to be hitting about the same. Guys, that's all I really have to tell you guys for news for today. Now, guys, if one last thing, which before I leave, would you actually buy an Xbox if it had an online connection? Because imagine always having this plugged into your Xbox or Wi-Fi. Just imagine that. Guys, would you buy it or would you not? Tell me down in the description box that if you would or would you not. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of WGN, and I'll talk to you guys later.